Hello.
What it do, my dear friend?
It do. It does do a lot. It do a lot, you know?
I understand. I understand completely. I just really want to say, since it's, the time of giving thanks, I just want to say I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful that you're able to make it do what it do. You know what I mean?
Time of giving thanks. Bro, that shit is
Yeah.
past, bro. Thanksgiving is over. We don't give thanks no more. We get thanks. All right. So,
What do you mean?
because, Thanksgiving, that's where the thanks gives. Now we're in Christmas. That's where we get thanks, aka
We get,
gifts.
wait, but if we give gifts, aren't we getting, oh, yeah, you're right. Because if we give gifts, we're getting thanks.
That's right.
So therefore, we're not giving thanks unless we're getting gifts.
Yeah, somebody passed
Yeah,
discrete math. I see.
yeah, you know me, bro. This is a quick little a little cutaway. I'm still pissed that I got a B in discrete math. Haha. Arsene got a B when I thought I was gonna get an A that semester. So, I'm still a little
They hold
salty
you
about it.
last
But
minute on the
we'll run it
final,
back.
or
I think it was just like my performance overall, just cumulatively rounded out to be a B, and I was like, damn, I thought like I was vibing with the class too. It was one of the few classes where I was like, damn, okay, I understand. I see what's going on here.
yeah, one of the very few.
Nah,
One of the very few.
one of the very few, because I don't know how to read.
Yeah, unfortunate though. But we like giving people opportunities to make more of themselves, which is why I asked you to be a co-host. First
Thank you,
illiterate
bro.
co-host.
See, that's why I'm giving thanks.
There we go.
Wait.
We go.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell we talking about, but we got a lot of stuff to. I mean, is it a lot? We'll see. We'll see when we start talking. Maybe we'll have a little free time at the end. You know how you be in class in elementary school, and the teacher's like, "Yeah, if we get through this, you'll have at least 5 minutes of free time or 10 minutes of free time." And you're like, "Oh no, bro, free time." So that's what's about to happen.
That was a whole nother playing field back in the day.
I know. I used to go crazy for free time. Sometimes you get some impromptu recess moments where they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go outside today." I don't know. Now that I'm like older, I'm like, "Dang, the teacher must have been going through some shit those days." Where they're like, "Yeah, we're not teaching our ABCs today. We're just gonna send these fucking kids outside."
Going through a messy divorce or something like that, huh?
Something. Lost a settlement, something. But yeah.
Jeez.
But as a kid, it was like, let's go. This was not supposed to happen.
We were turned up.
Absolutely. But anyways, we got some good stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Let's do it.
You know the deal. 1, 2, 3, and then we're in. Or is it 3, 2, 1? I think it's 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to episode 180 of the Player Podcast. Before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to the both old and new additions to our crew tuning in to listen to us do what we do. And what's that, Arsene?
Talk about video games.
Every Thursday of every week, we gather around the virtual water cooler to discuss video games and the culture surrounding them. I'm your host, Joseph Hooper, a.k.a. The Hoop Man, along with my co-host, the Master Curator, Arsene Lakpa.
Hey guys, Arsene Lakpa here. Today we're here curating some stuff, okay? We've got a nice little list of things that we're going to tell you about. I'm not going to get too into it. I'm going to let my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Hoop Man, really give us the breakdown, the run through. But I just want to let you guys know we've been curating, bro. Like imagine we're like the Gordon Ramsay of curation. Okay, we're like, Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. He's a legend. He's out here whipping up this. He's whipping up that. That's what we do with curating lists. And that's all I can give you guys until we get into the topic. However long it may take for us to get to the topic.
All right, That's a really good introduction you gave us there, because we are going to be master curators. Not just me, but you as well. We're going to be a tag team of curation curios. I don't even know what kind of fucking alliteration that was.
I low-key think curios is a word.
It is, but I don't know
if it means what.
Yeah, I didn't use it right. I definitely didn't use it right. Before we get into the show, guys, just a quick reminder: if you guys want to help support the show, don't think I forgot. I went on a rant last week talking about, hey, you guys need to rate the show, stop playing around.
Dang.
And if I don't see more than, and I remember the number too, 25. If I don't see more than 25 ratings, when I look right now, I'm gonna be kind of heated. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, we shutting the whole thing down, ain't we?
Gonna be a little. We might shut the whole thing down. Let's see.
Shut it down.
This is not good, guys. 25 ratings, 0 reviews in the last week. Out of all the people that listened to this episode, we couldn't get together and get one. Guys, come on. I was gonna give away a PS5 today, if I had one review, but I mean, I just threw it away. It's in the trash now. That's unfortunate. Let the raccoons have it.
I heard it. Yeah.
Let the raccoons have it. Let the raccoons have a good Christmas, because y'all don't want one. All right. Let's try again next week. I might do a giveaway. I might not. Well, it all depends on if the reviews come in. All right. I'm not trying to bribe nobody.
I got games to give away, bro.
Not trying to bribe nobody.
I got plenty of games.
I want an honest review. Honest, up and up review. But, if it's not 5 stars, do we want it? Maybe, maybe not. I just wanted to be honest. And we'll try again next week. And we'll keep trying until we get that review number up. Anyways, guys, if you guys want to know how to help support the show, well, you can go review it like I just went on a rant and said. Otherwise, you guys can go to playerplayerpod.com. Look, you guys got me stumbling. Oh, my. You going to get me heated. Y'all going to get me heated. Go to playerplayerpod.com. All the information about the show is there. All the information about us is there. All our social media links, everything is all on playerplayerpod.com. Learn about the show. Share us with your friends, your family, your coworkers, whoever's interested in video games, or whoever's interested in a good old conversation. Share it with them. Spread the word out. Let's get this podcast growing. You guys can also donate monetarily by going to the bottom of playerplayerpod.com and visiting our Ko-fi link. You guys can donate as low as $1, but don't feel pressured to support monetarily. Really, as long as you guys review and share the podcast, that's all we really ask for. Also, we would love to keep the conversation going, so please go to playerplayerpod.com/Discord to get an invite to the Discord channel. Join up, talk to us about video games, the upcoming Game Awards on Thursday, all of the above. That's it, man. That's all there is. Let's just jump right into the show. How you doing, man?
Let's do it, bro. I'm living right now, bro. I've got a little video game adjacent story to tell.
I like that.
And I think we may cover it, a little bit later on in the episode, a little bit more on the monthly cooldown. But your boy's birthday is coming up this weekend.
Okay,
actually not this weekend, next Monday.
Let me see.
December 13th.
Oh, I played the laugh track. That is not right.
That's crazy. How you gonna do me like that, bro? So I'm a joke, huh? My existence is a joke. My birth is a joke.
That's not exactly what I was trying to say. Here we go. Okay, that'll work.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anywho's it's this past weekend got a nice little early birthday gift from my mother. She really turned up and turned out one time for your boy and hooked me up with an Oculus Quest 2.
Okay.
Or sorry, that might be redacted now. A Meta Quest 2, bro.
Okay,
I think Oculus is completely out of here. I don't want Mr. Zuckerberg to dox us and destroy our podcast.
It's not called no damn Meta Quest 2.
Bro, I shit you not. It's called Meta Quest now.
Oh my god, it is.
It's not like it's like still Oculus on like a lot of the packaging because shit's just like already shipped out.
Wow.
But like they call it the Meta Quest 2. They really are.
When you boot it up, does it say Meta?
It still shows the Oculus logo. There's still lots of Oculus branding. They haven't been able
to rebrand it fast enough.
Nah,
because the website
it's not rebranded fast
Oculus.com definitely says MetaQuest now.
It says MetaQuest.
That's insane.
So shout out MetaQuest. Shout out my mom. I'm a VR gamer now, folks. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. This is definitely a solid little birthday gift here. It is still to be determined on how long, how much value is going to get out of it. But so far, it's got like a lot of promise, like way more than I was originally expecting. I mean, right out of the bat, Beat Saber was the first game I got. It's just like it's like a VR Guitar Hero, basically. So Angelique and I have been having a lot of fun with that bad boy.
Nice.
There's another little VR game that I might talk about a little later on here and there that I'm having a lot of fun with. So yeah, man, the Oculus, they got me. They're slowly reeling me into the VR world. You're gonna see me with Neo, Morpheus, and Trinity in just a few years.
Yes, sir.
Because I might not be coming back.
Oh.
I might not be coming back to the real world based off of what I'm seeing here.
I don't know if we like that
in the Oculus. Yeah, we like that. We like that. We'll do like we're already across the country doing the podcast. Why don't we go across the dimensions? How about that?
Dang.
Let's add more barriers.
Spider-Verse beat you to it, unfortunately.
They did beat me to it, but we're trying to capitalize off of something that's already popular. Just like Mr. Beast and Squid Game.
Okay, I see.
I mean?
Okay,
we're gonna be the Mr. Beast. We're gonna make it even more popular.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I get you. I get you for sure.
You understand.
I understand. I'm locked in.
But yeah, that's my quick little story I wanted to share. The Oculus Quest. I'm definitely gonna be raving and ranting about it over the next couple of I don't know, however long I'm playing it actively, and we'll see, bro. I'm really liking it. I don't have what's your VR experience? I'm sure have you tried like VR and stuff in the past? Or?
Yeah, I've tried VR a couple times.
Okay.
There's an infamous story of me using, I don't remember what it was. It might have been an Oculus at PAX like several years ago, and got super sweaty, super like motion sick, and I was like, "Oh no, y'all got to get me the fuck out of here." I didn't even finish the demo because I was like, "No, this is just not gonna work for me." But since then I have had other experiences. I played Squanch Games. What's that one Squanch Games game?
Trover Saves the Universe.
I played Trover Saves the Universe demo at PAX one year. That was pretty fun, and I think it's all about the moving situation. If the person's actually walking, that's gonna fuck me up every time. I don't need to actually be walking. You're gonna mess up my my brain calibration,
your equilibrium.
Exactly. And I also played Oculus at a friend's house, played Beat Saber, played some other little games, and those are really fun too. So I'm down with it as long as it's the right game.
Nice, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to see where you were at with your VR experience. But yeah, man, I think I'm sold on it, and I'm excited for the future of VR.
Okay, perfect. I'm excited to hear more of your stories and more of the games that you end up trying out. It seems like a lot of people get it, play it for a bit, and then stop. So I'm curious to see how your pacing is for the VR. I don't expect you to play it 24/7, but every time you bust it out, I'll be interested to hear your impressions.
Yep.
What else you got for me?
All right, bro. That's pretty much it for me, other than the fact that we're still rocking in Athens. This is the last week, so starting next week we'll be back. I think for good? Question mark. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Praise him. Yeah, you're right. So we'll be back in time for me to really get some full on Halo time, some full time with my OLED TV. Yeah, it'll be a good time starting next week. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, bro. What's going on with you up on the West Coast?
So, not a lot. What's going on? Yeah, Amanda was gone this weekend at a bachelorette, so it was just me and the dog Flora at home chilling out.
Big dubs.
It was a good weekend. Got a lot done. Played some Returnal. Played Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll talk about that a little later. Played a little bit of Halo. Just been chilling. We finally got caught up in Demon Slayer. Got through the movie arc, and then made it right in time to watch the first episode of the newest arc. Absolute fire first episode. Very, very excited about the season of Demon Slayer. I don't know how many episodes. I don't know what to expect, but so far they hyping it up pretty nicely. So I'm looking forward to that. And then other than that, I am trying to do a little pet project, practicing my coding skills as always, stuff like that, putting together a little blog, a little video game blog. It doesn't need to be a surprise. If you listen to the podcast, you're getting a little sneak peek. So
I'm listening.
I'm just, I did the design for the past like day or two. Just like a basic design. Don't have like a name or anything like that in mind or a color scheme or anything, but I have the general idea. So I'll probably finish up the design today, tomorrow, code it up, and hopefully it'll be done by next week. That's my hope. Let's see if I can code it up that fast. So that'll be fun. That'll be a nice little project to launch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else for me. I'm excited for the Game Awards on Thursday.
Yes. We're live streaming?
Hell no. We're live.
Dang.
We're
live watching.
Live watching. We'll be in the player pod chat, have a thread going, all that good stuff. So that'll be a good time.
Nice.
Let's get into the topic, man. I'll tell you, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek on the rest of the year, right? Because we got a couple more weeks and it's jam-packed. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Next week, we obviously need to react to the Game Awards, all the stuff that happens there, all the announcements, the awards. We got to make good on our bet, all that good stuff. The week after that, I wanted to do just a year in review of both the console manufacturers, or all three, the big three. So Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, and kind of do like a first generation report card. Even though the Switch is not technically the first generation, we're just going to do like this year report card. And then the final week of the year, we'll do our Game Awards, where we'll talk about our top 10 games of the year and crown like a game of the year and all that good stuff. So that's the year. So before we do that, I felt like we're going to be talking about our favorite games, all that stuff, but I want to talk about just general games we want to recommend to people, general accessories and stuff we picked up this year that we want to recommend people. What should people be looking into now that games are starting to get on sale? Now that we kind of know the breadth of what was out there this year, we played a lot between the both of us. What are we going to recommend people to definitely pick up and try out, whether it be on Game Pass or with hard cold cash? So I have a list prepared. I'm sure you should have a list prepared, right? And
I do.
Together we'll do a little fusion, a little Dragon Ball Z fusion situation, combine our list and come up with like the ultimate holiday game guide. All right.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
So I broke my list down into a couple categories, and maybe you can insert your games into these categories as well. So first off, I have testing out the TV. All right. You may or may not have games for this category, but if you do, we'll throw them in here. Testing out the TV. So this category is for games that are, really, really crisp looking. Things that you just got a PS5, you just got a Series X, you just got a new LG C1 or whatever TV. You really want to like put it through its paces. Even if you got a new monitor, right? What games should you play to really take advantage of that hardware? So I'll start with my list. And if you have anything you want to add on, we'll add on, and then I can talk about some of the games and we can discuss a little bit before moving on. So
cool.
Just to start out, Ori, Will of the Wisps,
nice.
Tetris Effect Connected, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Forza Horizon 5 I have here in this category.
Nice. I didn't have too many on this particular category. I was just looking at my little list here. I had Forza as well. And the other game that I had is Returnal. I think is a really pretty looking game, despite being very like dark in places. It really, I think, does showcase like a lot of like beautiful scenery. Um, if you like even look at, or I guess watch this, there's like this one like mini documentary on like some of like the environments that the Returnal devs like did. Take a
Ooh.
look at that, then boot up your OLED or your new monitor or whatever, play Returnal if you have access to a PS5, obviously. And then you just really to have an appreciation for that. So yeah, Returnal is I think that's my number one pick for this little category.
Nice. So yeah, some background. I got the LG C10 last year, or was it the beginning of this year? I don't know. It was last year because I had it before the consoles came, and so I've played a lot of all these games I've played this year, but Ori is the one that I think hits 120 frames per second, or I think it also has an 8K option. This game looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks insane on the TV. It looks insane running on the next gen hardware. I'm sure it looks insane on the PC. Probably one of my favorite looking games on this list, just because the art style is so great. The fluidity of the gameplay looks fantastic, and it's just overall a incredible game, considering like it came out on the Xbox One generation, during the Xbox One generation. So shout out to Ori. Tetris Effect Connected, we've talked about this on the show before, super relaxing, but the colors are really, really pop and are vibrant, especially on next gen consoles and on a nice TV. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, just a generally good looking game. You can zoom in, see the furs, the individual furs on the characters and stuff. Absolutely insane. And then Forza Horizon 5, just once again, a good looking sim game. Just kind of one of the first few showcases of next gen hardware on the Xbox Series X. So that's that. Moving on.
Nice.
A category that I think will probably be our biggest category. Indie darlings. All right, so this is for all the indie games, or we can go back and forth with how we want to categorize indie. We can be a little liberal, but I guess we can go back and forth on this one, because I'm sure we'll have a lot to say about some of these if we haven't talked about them yet. So go ahead and give me one. Give me one to throw on the indie darlings list.
Just right off the bat, we got Death's Door. Obviously, we've talked a lot about Death's Door this year. It's a solid video game. When you play Death's Door, you feel like you're playing like a game, something that if you've grown up with games throughout your life, it feels like like reminiscent of like games you might have played when you're younger. And then if you're new as a gamer, it's very accessible. It's not like it's not like it's super challenging to the point where you're turned away from like gaming forever or something like that. So Death's Door,
yeah,
nice little game to start us off.
Totally, that's on my list as well. Death's Door, fantastic. If you only play one indie game this year, Death's Door is a really, really good one to play. It just has a certain charm about it that took us by storm, and basically a lot of people by storm when it dropped. And I remember I feel like it had first came on my radar at E3 because they showed a trailer. Because there were other games I
don't remember seeing anything about it before E3.
Right. Because there were other games I was interested in. A couple indies I was excited. 12 Minutes was one of them, unfortunately. But Death's Door popped up out of nowhere, and it came out relatively soon after, and it was incredible. So shout out to what they were able to do with that game, Acid Nerve. Moving right along, Inscryption. Recently talked about this on previous podcasts. Just finished it not too long ago. This game is really, really unique. The stuff it does is really cool. I enjoyed the journey, and I was definitely surprised throughout the journey as well. So I think this is kind of like, if you're interested in card game mechanics and you want to play a true game that will take you for a ride, Inscryption is that.
Nice. Back to me. I'm gonna recommend Going Under.
Oh
Came
yeah.
out like second half of last year. But I didn't really like finish it until right at the beginning of this year. Um, yeah, it's a solid little. If you're into roguelike games, it's got like the typical actiony hack and slash style of gameplay. You pick up your weapons and they like break and degrade over time, kind of like Breath of the Wild here. And yeah, it's fun. It's very funny. The whole like premise of the game was like you're in like a failing tech startup or something like that. So if something like that intrigues you, I know we got some West Coast listeners up in Seattle. I know y'all love your little startups and your tech companies. So
It's true. It's true.
check out Going Under.
Nice. I still haven't beat that game.
Bro, you have to just give it a little. It's not that bad. You know what I mean?
I mean, I beat the first like phase, I guess, the first half. I got really close
First
to the
half
end
of the
too.
game, yeah.
And I just was like, actually no, I beat the first half, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do this again. Um,
Dang.
Next on my list, I'll do a like 2-pack game bundle here. Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Little Nightmares I played for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Little Nightmares 2 released earlier this year. I think these games are, masterclass in storytelling, doing a lot through gameplay, doing a lot through environmental storytelling, doing a lot through everything except actual dialogue, which I think is always fantastic, right? The developers I think do this best are Playdead, who make the Limbo and Inside games, but Little Nightmares, is pretty much just as good, especially with their own aesthetic and their own story to tell. Little Nightmares 1 going into Little Nightmares 2 is just a really cool journey. It's really cool to see what they do with the whole like Little Nightmares universe that they built. So shout out to those. I think they're both fairly cheap too. So I think those two are great pickups.
Pick them up. Next up, a nice little very niche game here. Boomerang X. Talked about it middle of this year because it came out I think in June or July. Even bought the Boomerang for it. So I'm a dedicated fan here. I think I'm definitely capable of really selling this game here. If you are into like fast paced first person, I would consider this technically a shooter game. And it's a very small game. It literally only takes like 3 hours to beat. You gotta pick up Boomerang X. You're constantly zipping and flying around. You feel like a superhero the entire time throughout this like wave-based combat. And despite it being very story light, the environment itself is like the environment and the gameplay is what really sells you, and the art style as well. So Boomerang X, you gotta pick it up. I mean, it's only 3 hours long, bro. You're not gonna be wasting any time. I think it's like a $15 game as well. I don't think it's a waste of time or money here. So pick up Boomerang X.
All right, I gotta pick that one up myself.
Yes.
Moving right along. This is a big one here. It's an indie, but it is insane.
It's a big indie.
That's Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds I played last year, and this year the Echoes of the Eye DLC came out, so I revisited it. And I mean, we've talked about this, to exhaustion on this podcast. Go back and listen to the Outer Wilds episodes. But this is probably one of the best puzzle games I've ever played. This is probably one of the best games I've played, period. Just like the unique nature of the puzzles that they present to you, the unique nature of the gameplay, how they want you to progress, how you do end up progressing, all of that stuff is just insane. You gotta play this game, and like I said a couple episodes ago, the DLC is probably the best crafted DLC I've ever played, where I'm amazed that they captured that same kind of like shock and awe feeling I had when playing the first game and solving those puzzles, and they were able to recreate that just as good the second time around. So Outer Wilds, a must play. And this is coming from me, the guy who kind of had some
mixed feelings towards the game originally. I still think this is a must play game that everybody should pick up at some point if you're into the whole like puzzle solving and figuring things out. It's almost like an extended escape room. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I love escape rooms.
There you go.
Next up for me, indie wise, we're bringing it down. You know, not as grandiose as Outer Wilds. Dodgeball Academia.
Okay.
Another game I mentioned that you have not made your way to just yet.
I booted it up. Pass. Don't say I haven't made my way. You did boot it up. I watched the intro.
You did boot it up. There you go. This game, in my opinion, it was a very unique game. Obviously, the premise of it is pretty crazy. You're going to a school for dodgeball. Dodgeballing is like a big thing in this universe. And your character is like, yeah, I want to be the greatest dodgeball player. You know, some anime type shit. Like the entire game itself, or the story gives like a very like anime-esque feel to it, and which by the end leaves you feeling like the same level of satisfaction that you would when watching any like shonen type of anime. So yeah, and the gameplay itself, it's like you've got these 3v3 dodgeball battles where you're just like slinging balls at each other. Pause. But it's still a great time. So Dodgeball Academia, pick it up, and you know it's on Game Pass. So you pick up Game Pass, you're getting Dodgeball Academia.
This man over here talking about slinging balls. Ain't no
Whoa,
way.
I didn't say that, bro.
I think you did.
Not me.
Moving on, another Game Pass game, The Forgotten City.
Yeah,
this game was kind of another one that came out of kind of nowhere. It's basically made on top of Skyrim. It's a Skyrim or Oblivion. I think it's Skyrim, right? Is it Skyrim or Elder Scrolls?
I think it was Skyrim.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Skyrim. It's built on top of Skyrim, but basically all that means is it's in the like Skyrim engine, but it's its own complete game. It's good. Like it's very unexpected. It's very unique, and like we've had a lot of good puzzle games. Oh, I guess maybe not that many, honestly. Besides the Outer Wilds, kind of like putting the category on its back. It's a really cool like puzzle game, murder mystery type situation, and it doesn't take that long to play. So highly recommend it. I think it's a sleeper hit of this year, especially since it's on Game Pass. Go check it out.
Nice. Next up for me on the indie side. I think I'm running out here.
Okay.
Actually, I might save this one for like a separate category.
Okay.
So I think I'm tapped out. I got a couple more games here, about 4 or 5 more games, but I think they can slot into different categories.
Okay. Let me ask you: is It Takes Two an indie darling? If not, we'll hold.
Yes, it is an indie darling, but I wanted to save it potentially if we wanted to, consider a co-op category. But I mean, we're already talking about it.
I have 0 co-op games, but do you have how many co-op games do you have?
It Takes Two.
Okay, let's just throw it into this category.
Let's throw it in here.
It is a co-op game. I don't know if it's indie. It's an indie game technically because Hazelight Studios is a pretty small studio, but they're backed by EA. There's that. But for a small studio, this game was incredible. I mean, I really can't hype it up more than Joseph Fares himself hyped it up, and he said he will pay you $1,000 if you play through this entire game and you're not surprised at least once. And let me tell you, even if I said, okay, give me 2 mulligans, give me 3 mulligans, I still would not be able to get that $1,000 from this man because this game surprised me at every single turn. I can't recommend this game enough.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the perfect couch co-op and even online co-op game. So if you got somebody to play with, and I guess you can play it by yourself as well too. I think, right? Like it's just like CPU control.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I was just asking.
Oh, maybe
that's not the case. If that's not the case, then I'm sorry to get anybody's hopes up. Find somebody to play with, because it is 100% worth it. The gameplay throughout the entire time was always leaving me like stunned. The game itself is beautiful. Like all of the environments are super, super like pretty to look at. And yeah, honestly, I might throw this one on the boot up on the OLED.
Is that on Game Pass?
It is on Game Pass
That's
now.
crazy.
I think it just recently got added to Game Pass. It's insane.
That's crazy.
Game Pass is truly insane, and you'll be hearing about me talking about Spartacus next year if it actually pans
Spartacus.
out. But we're not talking about that right now.
If we have time at
It
the
Takes
end.
Two.
It Takes Two.
Maybe.
Cool. Oh wait, we talked about it last week, didn't we? Or did we not?
Spartacus? I think we briefly mentioned it. We were like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Or something like that.
All right, that's everything I have for the Indie Darlings category. I have 3 more categories. Let me know if you want to add more categories. Right now, I have homework, which is a couple games you need to play to get ready for, the upcoming releases. I have sleeper hits, which are just games that you would not expect to be fire that are actually pretty good. And then I have good fun, which are just these games you can't really go wrong with these. These games are the AAA or just the easy buys. I shouldn't even have to convince you type category.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got a couple more. I think I'll just keep it simple and stick with multiplayer category, and these are the games that you're gonna boot up with the boys or girls or folks and play throughout throughout your days. And then also RPG. Actually, yeah, I'll just consider it the RPG category.
Okay. Oops, what did I do? I refreshed the page. RPG. Dang. Okay. Cool.
So where we want to start?
Let's just start from homework. I only have 2 in here. One game, Night School Studios, recently bought by Netflix. They developed a little game called Oxenfree. I played this game twice this year. It is a very cool game. And Oxenfree Lost Signals comes out next year, I believe. So I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I think the game is pretty short. It's not difficult at all, and I think I saw it for $3 today on a deal or something on Twitter. So
yeah, it's constantly on sale.
So go play
I think at one point it was $1.
Yeah,
I think
it might have been $1 today.
You might get lucky.
Go pick this up and play it because it is a fantastic game. Nice little storytelling, and it'll get you right for next year. The other one. Do you have any for this?
I'll let you go because I didn't really have anything. Okay. I was just thinking something on the fly. But you go ahead, and if you don't mention what I'm thinking of, then I'll go.
Okay. Last one I had, A Plague Tale: Innocence. A Plague Tale: Innocence I picked up this year. People were kind of talking about it. Got a a FPS boost, like a resolution upgrade and stuff, next gen patch. It was good. It ended up being a lot better than I expected. And the story ramps up, and by the end it ramps up in a really cool place that made me interested to see where the franchise goes. So I'm very excited to see A Plague Tale Requiem launched next year, and I think it's going to be on Game Pass, but I don't quote me on that. It was at the Xbox conference,
I think.
So I think it will be on Game Pass, but regardless, A Plague Tale: Innocence is on Game Pass, so go play this while you have a chance to get ready for the sequel, because I enjoyed it. The mechanics were very, very interesting. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's worth a try if you look at a trailer and think it's interesting.
Yeah, that's my homework. I think I'll probably be able to squeeze it in, right at the beginning of the year. It'll be my my New Year's resolution to play A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Yeah, it's not too long.
And I'll report back. It's not too long? Okay, bet. My homework, another game that's coming out early next year. I think people need to hop on the Dying Light train, bro. It's kind of been stuck in a little bit of some developmental issues this past year. And it got delayed to next February 2022. I really fucked with the gameplay in the world of Dying Light 1. And I'm a little not too excited because, I wasn't super crazy about the story or anything in the first game. Mm-hmm. But I am definitely a little bit excited. And the closer we get to that February release date, the more I'm like, yeah, Dying Light 2 is going to be lit. Because I definitely slept on Dying Light for a long time. I think that shit released, I don't know, like 2016, 2017, and I didn't play it until like 2 or 3 years later. So yeah, I guys need to hop on the Dying Light. Obviously, it's an older game now, but I think it still holds up. And I mean, the parkour, bro. Like,
Oof.
if you don't like parkour, bro, like, what are you doing? Just jumping around, drop kicking zombies. It's so satisfying to drop kick some zombies in the middle of the street.
Just sounds satisfying.
Yeah, that's my home. It just sounds satisfying, right? You already know the vibes. That's my homework game. I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. Moving on to the sleeper hits category, basically games that at least I thought were going to be trash, ended up being good. And I only have, not that I thought they were trash, I just didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. I have 2 games on this list, and you can add more if you have them. The first game, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this is a review in progress.
So you booted it up.
I did boot it up.
Okay.
It's a review in progress. So, it might end like trash. It might overstay its welcome. I don't know. But for $30, this game is pretty good. I've played 4 chapters so far, 3 or 4 chapters. And people are saying like this is one of the best written games of the year. And it definitely is. It definitely is. Like, it only took me like a couple minutes to get over the hump of like being like, okay, these aren't the MCU Guardians. Like, after that, like, I was pretty locked in. I love the chemistry between all the characters. All the voice acting is incredible. Like, all the extra characters and auxiliary characters are really good. And it's just fun the whole time. Like, there's not really a dull moment. There's always banter going back and forth, and it's kind of like I'm just watching the MCU movie. My thoughts about like the enemy types and stuff that I had during E3 are still the same so far. Like, these enemy types are just kind of random and not that exciting. But the like controlling like the team and how that kind of plays out is not too bad. I kind of like those mechanics for now. So I don't know. Right now I'm really, really digging it. So I'm excited to see if that keeps up throughout the game.
Cool.
And then the other one, a game that I bounced off of a couple years back and I jumped back on because it got added to Game Pass, Prey. Prey was really good, man. Prey was really, really good. I think it was one of Arcane's best work, and playing that, jumping right into Deathloop, gave me a really strong appreciation for Arcane and kind of the games that they make. So shout out to Prey. I think it's really unique. I think it captures all of the great things that Arcane does well: level design, storytelling, all that good stuff. So give that game a shot.
Nice. I actually don't think I have any for this category right now. So
all right,
I'm ready to move on.
Multiplayer. What do you have?
Multiplayer. You already know.
I already know,
bro. You already know. I had to whip it out. I had to. Technically, this one 100% should have been and could have been in the indie darling category,
right,
but I needed it to be by itself. I needed it to appeal to the masses here, bro. I'm talking Knockout City,
Knockout
baby.
City.
A game that is very near and dear to my heart, has revitalized my love for the game of dodgeball. Got me out here thinking to myself, dang, I want to join a dodgeball league. Yeah, bro, it's that serious. It is really that serious. It's that fun. I think the game, it really did. It came out of nowhere. I remember the EA trailer, or not the EA trailer. Was it? It wasn't an E3 last year, was it? I don't know. It was some type of conference that it was at. Everybody was confused by it because there were all sorts of like characters in it. We're like, well, what kind of game is this going to be? What kind of game is this going to be? And then they start slinging dodgeballs. I was like, oh shit, this might be a little interesting. And it really did prove to be interesting. I obviously have not been able to play it too much very recently, but that's going to change when I get back to Atlanta. I'll be hopping on a bit more frequently. The newest season just started up, and I think that the player base is still fairly decent. It's not like it's a dead game, even though like a large portion of its like player base I think has dropped off since launch. which is kind of to be expected. So maybe one day we'll get a boost in player base. If it gets added directly to Game Pass or something like that, instead of being through EA Play, or there's some sort of like really crazy event or something, or it goes completely free to play. Who knows? I could see this game really thriving over the years. So shout outs to Knockout City. I have nothing but high praises for the game.
Nice. Knockout City is a good game. Also on Game Pass. Go check it out.
Yes.
The other game I will give props to, of course, can't go without mentioning Halo Infinite. Multiplayer just absolutely slaps. And it will continue to slap as time goes by. We don't even have dedicated dang playlists yet, and we're already having a good time. So once we can tailor our our games to like Slayer and SWAT and all these other game types that they release, man, we're gonna be going crazy. So obviously, Halo Infinite, if you haven't tried it yet, it's free to play. Get on it. RPGs.
Booyah. RPGs. There's only one game I had on this list as well. Yakuza 7, bro. I think it's technically considered, an RPG. Obviously, I think it's more of a JRPG, but who cares? They're all role playing games. The J only means that it's hella long.
That's right.
If you've got time, if you want to sit yourself down, dedicate yourself to an epic. It is an epic tale of redemption for this one ex-Yakuza member. You got to sit down and play Yakuza Like a Dragon, the 7th installment in the Yakuza series. It does a great job of separating itself from the previous 6 games, so you don't feel too lost. You don't feel like, oh, dang, do I have to play 1 through 6? Do I have to watch this 6-hour, 14-hour video summarizing the first 6 games? Nah, you don't even have to do that. Just boot it up. It's on Game Pass. Hop in and just be ready to watch a lot of cutscenes. Obviously, it's those Japanese games, they really do love their cutscenes. They love telling a story. So yeah, I highly recommend it. And the gameplay is very fun. It's very I don't know, what's the way to describe it? It's just RPG. If you played RPGs growing up or in the past, you know what an RPG plays like. So this might be the game for you.
It's just addicting. I don't even know how to describe it.
Addicting, yes, that's a good way to describe it. I think. You just want to keep going. You want to keep pushing.
Yeah. On my end, I also had Yakuza Like a Dragon. So everything you said actually captured everything. The story, I was so freaking caught up in the story, as wacky and wild as it was. Like, it was also like grounded and emotional in a way. So that was kind of the thing that kept pulling me on. And then also outside of the main story, which is a little more serious in tone, there's all these crazy wacky things happening around this city, so in the form of side missions. So I don't know, it was just a really, really fun time. And as somebody who almost swore off of games that were overly long, like, I was surprised to start and finish Yakuza in like a month and a half or whatever, because I was just playing it nonstop. So shout out to Yakuza Like a Dragon. This final category we got good fun. What are games that you just got to pick up this year? We already talked about It Takes Two, but I would also put that on this list. It Takes Two is just good fun, must play. Going on though, Psychonauts 2, man. I think this game
that was on my list.
Is insane. If you want to put Psychonauts 1 on homework, go ahead and do that, because I think it pairs really nicely following right into Psychonauts 2. But Psychonauts 2 is the platformer of the year, in my opinion. I mean, unless you count It Takes Two as a platformer, then there's a little comp there. But Psychonauts 2 was fantastic, start to finish. I don't think I had any major complaints. Maybe the combat wasn't as tight as it could have been, but honestly, that was not even really an issue for me. It's just so fun. The dialogue was fun the whole time. All the levels were hella creative. Just when you think they ran out of ideas, next level was stunning and crazy and wacky. Tells a great story about mental health in a family-friendly way. And it's kind of that like comedy where they hide adult jokes among the kid jokes as well. So there's that perfect blend of comedy. People hate on the art style. I thought the art style was fine. I enjoyed it. So that's that, man. Psychonauts 2, I think you gotta play. This is a game that you gotta play this year.
Yeah, I'm literally on the exact same page here with you. It's just a fun game to play through, and it's got some nice little celebrity cameo or voice cameos in there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give it a little playthrough, y'all. Wait, it is on Game Pass as well, right? You said that? Absolutely. Boot up Psychonauts 2 right now. I think honestly, if you want your true game experience that's super like accessible, I gotta recommend Psychonauts 2, really, just because it's on Game Pass. It's on the whole Xbox ecosystem now.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to get into, and it's an easy game to play. And all you need to really do is watch a little recap. And I think they give you a recap in the beginning of the game anyway. So
yes,
booyah, boom.
Okay. What's your? You go ahead, because I'm sure we have a lot of the same games, but.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought you were about to ask me about the accessories now.
We only did one good fun game. You don't have any other games? Because I got a couple.
I don't have it. I mean, like, I had like one other game that doesn't really like fit. It kind of fits in the category, but like not really.
All right,
and then I thought we were kind of like at that point where all the games we discussed, it was like the journey all along was what was important. That's what was fun.
You are asleep at the wheel, sir, because we have failed to mention some crucial games.
Oh, that is true. You're right. My bad.
So I'll go ahead, take the reins back. I'll guide the horse where it needs to go. Deathloop, guys. Deathloop.
Yes.
Arcane. I talked about Prey. Prey is homework, so you can truly appreciate Deathloop. Deathloop is a fantastic game. It's very hard to describe the gameplay, but once you figure it out, it is good, man. Arcane is a master at level design, master at level progression, all that stuff, and Deathloop is no exception. Plus, you get a nice snazzy 70s or whatever year it is vibe. Theme over the gameplay, so it's good, man. And not to mention there's a really cool multiplayer aspect to the game too that kind of shakes things up and keeps these things interesting as you're playing through the game. So Deathloop, absolutely pick it up, play it, flip it around, play it again.
Nice.
I
don't think I have. I can't.
I got one more. I got one more because I'm surprised. This is your game, sir. This is your game you were hyping up. Metroid Dread. Come on, man. If you're looking for a Nintendo, if you have a Switch, you ain't got a lot to play this year. So you might as well just go ahead and pick up Metroid Dread, all right?
That is true.
Metroid Dread is fun, man. Although I had my complaints, as we talked about a couple episodes ago, it was still fun. I got through it. The boss fights are fun. They're challenging, and there are a lot of cool, fun cinematic moments throughout the game. So Metroid is back, and Metroid Dread does a good job at getting people hyped about the franchise again and getting people prepared for Metroid Prime 4.
Honestly, I would probably pick Mario Party over Metroid.
Throw that on there too.
The general fun. I think that Mario Party really captures that family friendly essence of fun. I won't say family friendly because you'd be cussing at your friends and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, I got a side story about that too. This is also a good fun category is just like a best of. Like, hey, these are the games that people are gonna have on their Christmas list and stuff, or they should have on their Christmas list. Whereas like the indies and the sleepers and stuff, people might not be thinking about too much. Played Mario Party, the new Mario Party, for the first time on Saturday night. Jonathan, Matt,
nice,
Jose, Catherine, and second game, doing well. I'm really close to winning, up 4 stars to everybody else's 2 or lower stars. I'm just going crazy. 2 turns left, and this man Jonathan over here.
Oh no!
He landed on a challenge space with Catherine, who had a boo bell. She didn't have enough money to steal a star from me. He threw the match so that she could steal a star from me so I could lose. I mean, what kind of betrayal is that? What kind of
That's
not? I
betrayal
mean, that
right
was
there,
just
man.
what kind of cheating? Not we talk about Mario Party being rigged. I saw I saw robbery, unfair cheating happen right before my eyes.
It was uncalled for.
But you know what? Ball don't lie, because I got two bonus stars to allow me to beat little Johnny Boy into the dirt. Johnny Boy thought he won. He did not. He did
Damn,
not.
I know he was mad about
He
that.
was mad. I got it on film too. Got it on film.
Put it in the Discord.
Throw Mario Party on there too, because that Mario Party is. If you don't have Mario Party already, if you didn't get scammed into buying that last Mario Party, go ahead and buy this one, because this one is fantastic. Maps could be better, but Mario Party is Mario Party. It's a good dang game. And that's it, man. That's the list. I'll run through it one more time. It'll be a mouthful, but I'll go through all the categories. Just to remind you guys of what we have so far. So we have testing out the TV. We have Ori Will of the Wisp, Tetris Effect Connected, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Forza Horizon 5, Returnal. We have Indie Darlings. We have Inscription, Death's Door, Going Under, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, Boomerang X, Outer Wilds, Dodgeball Academia, The Forgotten City, It Takes Two. For homework, we have Oxenfree and A Plague Tale. Sleeper hits, we have Guardians of the Galaxy and Prey. Multiplayer, we have Knockout City and Halo Infinite. RPG, we have Yakuza Like a Dragon. And for the good fun / best of category, we have Metroid Dread, Deathloop, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Mario Party. Actually, Returnal wasn't on there,
Brilliant.
but it basically is. It is a best of game. Now, before we wrap it up, accessories. I only have one single accessory, so you might, if you have more accessories, you might need to carry the category here. But the holiday accessory guide, mine is just the Elite Series 2. I got it about a month ago. Been using it ever since.
Nice.
I'm just really, really amazed at the construction of the hardware. All of the little pieces are magnetic. The back paddles are magnetic. The thumb sticks are magnetic. The D-pad is magnetic, so it's like super hot swappable. No tools needed to switch out the back paddles or the thumbsticks or D-pads or anything like that, which is really, really cool. The fact that you can adjust the bumper, since like how much the triggers go down, is really cool. That really helped me with Halo Infinite when I was trying to spam the pistol or something like that. When I play Halo Infinite, I have the trigger set to only like 2/3 of the way, so I don't have to press all the way down to shoot, which is really nice. It allows me to press faster. And I haven't adjusted the tension on the thumbsticks yet, but it's an option, and I'll do it. And also, I've made like different profiles and stuff for different games, so that's really cool as well. So Elite Series 2 controller, is it worth the money? I think that's your decision. If you play a lot of games, if you play a lot of shooters, I think it's a really good controller to have. It is expensive though, so I don't want to say it's absolutely worth it or anything, but
as a Christmas gift, though,
absolutely. As a Christmas gift, absolutely. That's a good point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely wanting to pick up a Elite Series controller at some point. I don't know how soon that's gonna be though. We still got I'm still getting a lot of use out of the old mouse and keyboard.
Of course.
And with that being said, speaking of mice, I bought a mouse. Damn, I'm stuttering over my words here. I bought a mouse this year, Logitech G Pro Wireless.
Okay.
This is a pretty solid mouse here. It is a lightweight mouse. It comes with customizable side buttons. You can have up to 4 side buttons on the sides. If you don't, and also since I say it's customizable because you can choose to basically just take those buttons off, and it also kind of has like that magnet type system where you can pop in a little attachment. So that way, now you're not worrying about clicking, the little side buttons if you don't want to click those buttons.
Nice.
It comes with obviously it's a little charging wire, which doubles as a main mouse wire, so you can have it plugged in and be wired while it's charging. And yeah, the thing never really dies, bro. I don't think I've never in my how many months have I had it? At least a few months now. Never in my few months of having it have I like gone down to like, oh, it's like low battery mode, or I've had it die on me in the middle of a game or something like that. Just because it's just so easy for you to just plug it right in, after you're done playing games or something, right at the end of the, or right when the night's about to start, before you're about to go to bed, you plug it in and you wake up and it's full charge, and you don't even have to worry about it for like another week or something like that. So yeah, I really recommend this mouse. I think it is solid, especially if you're out here, you're gaming hard.